Good morning. Hey, James with Team Finish Strong here. And to all of you who, like me, are a little bleary-eyed from the time change this morning, good morning and welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We are about to embark on a how many stage journey it is here? Let me see. How many stages we got in the tour of Zwift? Tour of Watopia. We have 5 stages of Tour of Watopia that we will embark on starting today. Now, the tour has actually officially started, I think it started on March 6th, so some of you may have already completed stage 1. But the beauty of the Tour of Watopia is that you get double XP. You get double XP, folks. So now is the time to level up. If you are new to Zwift and you are crying about your level 10 status and you want to get maybe to level 10 to get the Madone, I'm not sure if they still do it that way anymore, but or you're trying to get a better bike, a wheel set, this is your chance to level up. Now, I'm being a little bit presumptuous here about how the rules are this time around. I'm assuming it's going to be the same as it has in the past, and that is that you get double XP for every mile or kilometer that you ride while you are riding in the event. I don't believe miles after the event get the double XP, but the good news is you can sign up as many times as you want. So you've already done stage 1, you can do stage 1 20 times if you want and get double XP every time. Now, if I'm wrong, folks, feel free to join me in the chat and correct me, because I know that times can change, and Zwift maybe a little bit more, I don't want to say stingy, but maybe a little bit more conservative about how many XP points they give out in these events. But in the past, it has been double XP unlimited for as many times as you sign up. Now, I signed up today signed up actually a couple of days ago for stage 1, and in my Zwift companion app, it was telling me a very unusual thing. It was telling me that the event was an E category of 1 to 20 kilometers per hour. Never seen that before. And 60-3 kilometers. So I wasn't sure if it was minimum of 3 kilometers ride or up to 60 kilometers. I don't know. They're using times. 60 minutes per kilometer. I'm guessing 3 minutes per kilometer. I don't know. I really couldn't make sense at all of the sign-up process. And I just want to warn you guys, if you sign up on the companion app, you may not automatically get entered into the event when you go to ride. That was my case this morning. I had signed up online and expected to see the little pop-up on Zwift telling me that the event would start in so many minutes, and when it was about I'd say less than 10 minutes away from the event and the window had not popped up yet, that I knew it was not going to. So what you do in that instance is you get out of the ride that you're in and you got to go back to the main menu, go to the Tour of Watopia banner. It's going to be at the top of the Zwift app right now because it's one of the lead events. You go in there, and then today's event, whatever the next event is, if it's within, I don't know if it's within a certain window, maybe it has to be within an hour before it will show up there. But if you're within an hour of an event, for sure, you'll get an option to choose it. Mine was starting in 6 minutes, so I clicked on it, and I'm here waiting in the pen with everybody else. And I had another surprise today, too. The app said that it was 1 lap, and that the lap was 6.2 kilometers. So I was thinking this was going to be a less than 30-minute ride today, because I have church coming up sometime this morning soon, and now I'm finding out it's 19 kilometers for this lap. So hopefully this is a fast lap today. I can't make it fast, unfortunately. I actually did a harder workout yesterday in anticipation of an easy workout this morning. So if I had known this was going to be a longer event today, I probably would have flip-flopped that. I probably would have made this the more intense workout of the two. but you live and you learn. So I'm still going to be doing some easy pedaling today, like I did on my last live stream. Just still trying to manage my efforts, and I see we are getting ready to start here, guys. So I'm going to try to jump in with a group of 1.5 when they start forming, although this is only, okay, we got 250 people in the pen. We're probably going to have enough folks to group up. And maybe we'll have pace partners again today. That'd be pretty nice. All right, here we go. Ooh, we got some folks that are rearing to get out of the gate here. I do not see pace partners up the road, so it looks like they have decided not to include that feature for this particular event. All right. That's right, Trevor Sims says, taking it steady, and that is what I would like to do today. Now, in this event, looks like we are, I think we're sticking with Tempest Fugit today. So we are on the super easy course. Thank you, M. Fixie, appreciate it. Gosh, everybody's in such a hurry to get out the gate today. 2 watts a kilo is not helping me to hold on here. Let me see who we got behind us. We got a few behind us. There are a lot of folks that really want to get some XP today. And thank you, Trilux. I will try to, oh, there you go, Trilux. Oh, I'm going to get you. It's that whack-a-mole. Right on whack-a-mole I have to do. Okay, oops, uh-oh. You can't, thankfully you guys can't see that. I actually covered over my screen there for a second. And 2 watts a kilo is still not enough to keep me from getting dropped here. I joined the motivated group today. Anyhow, one of the things that I'm curious to find out about in Tour of Watopia, something maybe you might be curious of too. Those of you who, like me, are at that level 50 and above status, where we have some makeup XP coming to us, the question remains, will I get double the makeup XP or double the normal XP? So right now, I'm getting 40 XP per kilometer as a makeup for having been at level 50 for a little while. Now, will I get 80 XP? Okay, there we go. There's my answer. So, did you catch that, folks? Did you catch that? It's 60 XP. So, in other words, you get the 20 bonus XP for the makeup levels, and the regular XP of 20, and then you double the 20 to 40. So a total of 60 XP for those of you who are level 50 or above, who've been there, getting makeup XP. You do not double the entire bonus. You just get the regular XP doubled. All right, good morning. Hey, appreciate you joining the live stream. Okay, well, you just getting started. Excellent. All right. I hope you're enjoying Zwift. You know, Zwift is an amazing world, and since you've just started, it looks like you've just started from what I'm understanding. And this is going to be a fun time for you because you're just exploring these worlds for the very first time. And I better hit this. And I think it's double boost too, because the yellow on the boost seems to suggest that we get double boosted. Oh, and we're getting bonus banners too. Like that banner back there is not normally in the game. So we're getting bonus banners, and we're getting double boosted and double XP. Like this is all dessert today, folks, in the world of Zwift. Like, you still got to put out the effort, but you're just getting super bonuses for it. Super bonuses. That's great. So hopefully we'll get another, because I could use another arrow already with this fast group today. They are highly motivated. and they are going away. So we'll see if I can stay on their tail. But this is a great time to get some XP. Let me tell you, stage 1, right? Stage 1 is the one that you want to sit on and just pile on the XP. It's the fastest course in Zwift, meaning that it's super flat, and so you're going to be traveling these miles or kilometers at breakneck pace. And I think that's why everybody is in such a hurry this morning. Yes, so you are on level 7 already. Well, you are definitely going to catch up rapidly. Those earlier levels have lower XP thresholds than us old timers here. Like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of XP I have to do to get to level 52, but it's a lot. It takes weeks now for me to jump levels. So I remember those early days where leveling up was a beautiful, simple, and easy thing. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts, I will say. I think of if you're new to Zwift and maybe you've tried some other platforms and some other ways to get your exercise time in. Oh, here's another bonus. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm loving it. Oh, okay, so we don't get a power on bonus. We get to be dinosaurs. We get to be dinosaurs for a few minutes. I hope not the whole ride, though. That is interesting. I have never seen this character before. This is new. If any of you remember this character, you have to let me know where it is from, because I do not know. Hey, wait a second. Am I not on my Tron bike? Where am I? Am I on? Okay, I think I'm on the Tron bike. I was going to say, if they kicked me off my Tron bike for this, I'll be sad. Okay. Well, we're cruising along here. And I don't know if the dinosaur shape is more arrow or not. I suspect not. But maybe the fins help smooth the airflow over our larger bodies. I don't know. We'll see. It'd be interesting to do an analysis on that. Fascinating. How long will we be like Barney? I do not know. One thing I'm glad that we are on a flat course, because if we had to take the weight hit of such a beast, none of us would be very happy about it. Okay, very good. Time trial bikes also give 20 XP for every kilometer, so it's the same as a regular bike. The only disadvantage, if I might point out to you, since you're a little new to Zwift, is that you don't get any drafting on the time trial bike. So while solo efforts are definitely more advantageous to do on time trial bikes, especially on flat courses like this, you don't get the benefit of the group and the draft, which is tremendous in this game. So something for you to play with, and you'll see. That's why folks, that's why you don't see any folks really opting for the time trial bike here. Let me try to do a side profile here. You see some folks are, well, let me see here. This would be better if I did it like this. You got some folks that are doing using the disc wheels, and truthfully, that is the optimal setup for this course. Is a very aero frame like the S-Works, the Benj S-Works, and a disc wheel set, whichever one you've been able to get, whether it be DT Swiss or in this case, looks like the 858 Super 9 combo they got going on there. Now, this is awesome. Guys, if I could just do stage 1 over and over and over again, this would be my choice. This would definitely be my choice. But I know it is not to be. There will be some climbing for sure. So get stage 1 in. That's right. Every hour. Get stage 1 in while you can. And I hate to break it to you folks, but when you do get up north of, I'd say, level 48, there isn't really much to look forward to. As far as I know, the top frames and top wheel sets are already a thing at lower levels. They're already awarded at lower levels. So, you know, once you get up as high as me, you hardly ever look at your XP anymore. I almost never look at my drops either. But, you know, if Zwift comes out with a better frame or a better wheel set for some particular application, certainly that would be worth spending drops on. All right. All right, we are about 1/3 of the way through here, so we are looking at about a 30-minute ETA. Well, we're not quite 1/3 of the way through. We're going to be a little bit more than 30 minutes into this, so I think I will still be on time for my godly responsibilities this morning. And I am warm today, even though it is freezing cold and raining outside. All right, Zwift, I could use another banner soon here. Like I said, folks, I did a lot of intensity yesterday, so I really was hoping to just soft pedal it today. I'm doing more than that, though, to stay with this group, because otherwise I will be off the back, off the end. Well, there are some people way back, so maybe there'll still be a possibility to hang out with some folks if I fell off this group. I have not. You know, back in the day, to answer your question about sprint boards, I had considered that back when the newness of Zwift caused a whole bunch of innovation to take place. Among those sprint boards, to be more precise, and I had thought about it once upon a time when I was Zwifting and racing. I am a sprinter, or should I say, I was a sprinter, but as I've gotten older, I find myself not very competitive on the racing scene these days, so I have kind of dropped racing by the wayside. But could it be something useful? I will say it would be useful in this sense. I'm still able to produce a good bit of power with a rigid trainer setup like this, and although the trainer does have a little bit of give to it, I don't know if you can see that, does have a little bit of give when you're sprinting, but you really can't maximize your power that way. So for those who are doing in real life racing and you're sprinting in Zwift, it is a slightly modified form of sprinting that you use. So if you don't want to have a maladapted sprint for your in real life racing and you want to use a sprint board to maintain your sprint form the way you do it outside, that would make perfect sense. Would make perfect sense. Especially if you do a lot of Zwift racing and you're doing a lot of sprinting. Or if you're specifically doing sprint training indoors, which is not a bad thing. Let me tell you, when you're doing an all-out sprint down the road, in real life, going 30 plus, 35 plus miles an hour, dropping a chain, hitting a pothole, not looking where you're going, cars, animals, all sorts of things, right, can spell certain doom for you if you have bad luck or just not being attentive enough. So I personally preferred to do my sprint training inside, but I didn't do a lot of in real life racing, for that matter, outdoors. So it really didn't matter to me. Something to think about. All right, we did get another banner. I'm going to try to hold this drafting power in the event that I cannot, like this other person behind me, suck their wheels. If I can't stay in the draft easily enough here with this group, I will probably use it. Or I will dump it and use it before the next banner. Doing good. We are definitely more than a third of the way through now, probably closer to half. And we are moving along at group deck speed with all the XP bonuses that are entitled to it. So reading your text, yeah, so getting in shape is a perfect endeavor. Cycling is for that. Low impact, about as low impact as you can get. Maybe swimming would be the only thing that would be less intense on your joints. And you don't have to have a swimming pool in your backyard or one of those swimmers pools or hot tubs that force water over you. So that you can, maintain a continuous swimming cadence. I certainly don't have one of those, but yeah, this is probably one of the best ways to improve your cardiovascular health at any age, and losing weight is certainly a component of that. You can jump on Zwift anytime, day or night. Too unsafe to ride outdoors, middle of the night, middle of the winter, snow on the ground, or like today, raining outside. Zwift, it's always a sunny day. Well, not exactly. It'll rain in Zwift, but it absolutely does not affect your Zwift cycling performance whatsoever. I don't think I don't know if it actually snows in Zwift. I've seen it rain in Zwift, but I'm thinking the one weather we do not see in the world of Zwift is snowing. I don't think I've seen snow fall in Zwift. I think I've seen snow on the sides of the road in Zwift, but not snow fall. Be interesting. I could be wrong about that. I can't recall. All right. So this confirms it. Seeing these folks coming back the other way confirms we are on the Tempest Fugit course and not TikTok. So this is super, super flat. And here I am racing to the front here. And just like in real life, if you end up on the front, you have to push a harder effort to stay there. Otherwise, you will get pushed to the back, like I am doing now. We should be getting a banner here pretty soon. If y'all see the banner before me, if I'm talking too much and forgetting about my boost, please do let me know. I'd hate to waste a ride on it. Well, good morning to you. And this is not a place for solicitations, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Folks, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, y'all know it's not about the money for me. Absolutely not. I only have 600 and something subscribers. So now if you want to subscribe, particularly on Twitch, I would encourage it. I'm going to try to do more live streams and try to do cycling content as I am able. But truthfully, I do it just because I love it. I love to ride and share that experience with others. And glad to have you on the channel. 007, we'll say. Now that's pretty good. That's a really good start. 160 watts. I was close to that when I first started. About 4 or 5 years ago. I started late in life and did not ride consistently until about maybe 2016, 2015, and I've been just hooked ever since. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pop off this. Let me see. No, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll hold off on it. We've got a little bump coming up here too, so I'll get this bump out of the way. But yeah, I think my initial FTP was in the 170s, and you know, at my age, I wasn't able to increase it that much. My peak FTP that I ever had was during a criterium event in town, and I had a peak FTP of 232, which was good for me. I was very happy with that. It didn't really help very much in that criterium, but nonetheless, it was a personal best, and I felt like you know, that my training had definitely achieved for me some new goals. I was very thankful for that. But you know, depending on your physical makeup, I unfortunately did not have I had more fast twitch fibers, and at my age, I could still, you know, if I were to pop off a sprint right now, I could probably still hit 1,000 watts. Though I don't know if it would be good for me to do it at this point, but so I have a pretty good sprint, but my FTP has never been good. I don't know what your physical makeup is going to be, where your limitation is going to eventually rest at 007. You know, I've heard of some folks online, especially younger folks, who start out at about the same and end up over a 300 watt FTP after some very focused training. Everybody's body responds differently to training, so you just have to see where you're at. Okay, so you're more like me in that sense, and you know, so you know, if you have a halfway decent FTP, you'd be doing really good in Zwift on the racing scene. You're just starting out, so a word of advice: Zwift racing scene, they get very serious about bike choice. There's definitely tactics in Zwift racing, so if that's something you're interested in as your FTP grows, and you work on your Zwift sprint, we'll say, then go over to the other sections of my channel on the Zwift tips, and you'll get some Zwift specific tips on how to maximize your performance in Zwift races. It is something that you have to learn. If you have some in real life experience, that helps. However, there have been many a pro that has been defeated in some high-level Zwift races by Zwift veterans. So there is definitely something unique to the Zwift aspect of racing that you do have to pick up on as well. Okay, we're getting closer here. We're closer to the finish than we are to the start at this point, and I'm looking forward to it. I didn't think I was going to get sweat on today. I really thought this was going to be a social ride for me, but everybody that has been in my little group pedo has encouraged me to push myself a little bit harder than I normally would have. So thus it is. And okay, all right, we have a double draft, which is actually a quadruple draft today. Quadruple, can you say that fast? Quadruple draft. And only 6.7 kilometers to go. I think we are probably going to finish this event today by going around the loop on the other end and coming back to the traditional finish line. I think that's where this is going to wrap up today. That's my guess. That's my guess, folks. And 213th place is not too bad. For a not a very aggressive effort today, I say that this was pretty good. Probably better than I expected, actually. So I thank God for that. I thank God that I'm not feeling too winded today to put in 1.5 kilo effort in the draft. So sprinting, very fun in Zwift, let me tell you. I enjoy those sprints. I enjoy watching a good sprint. I'm so much of a sprinter, I will just watch sprints on YouTube in Zwift. It's fun to see how a sprint will eventually work out. Sometimes somebody will start early and you think, no, there's no way they're going to hold off everybody, and sometimes they surprise you. Most of the time, though, they get caught. And every sprint is different. If it's an uphill sprint, far different approach than a flat sprint. Yeah, I bet. And that's really good. If you really had a hard race where you were kind of maxed out, FTP-wise or heart rate-wise, which I have on many a Zwift race, it's really hard to ask more from your legs, right, at the end. And somehow true sprinters are able to pull out a few more watts than their compatriots as a result. Well, let me tell you, I don't know about you, but when I sprint in a race like that, like I literally have to just collapse on my handlebars and just breathe for like 30 seconds. Even on a live stream. When I finish a race on a live stream, everybody just have to watch me suck wind for about at least 15 seconds before I'm able to compose myself again and talk. It's just such an effort. Such an effort. 1,000 watts, that's a good start. That is a good start. So you've got some potential there. One of the ways that I find working on my sprints in Zwift is somewhat entertaining for me, interesting for me, is trying to catch those sprint jerseys. You know, Watopia and all these other worlds have sprint jerseys of varying difficulty. You know, how many seconds of sprinting do you have to do? Is it a 40-second sprint? Is it a 25-second sprint? 15-second? Or, you know, the real short ones you can do in 10 or 11 seconds. And so you can work on really kind of like different distance sprints and find out where you're best. Where you're best at. Are you best at the really short ones? You know, 15 seconds or less? Or, you know, do you have what it takes to go long? Really good practice. Yes. Overheating, big problem. Yes. Especially for me in the summer. So I have this high velocity, let me give you a tip. I have a high velocity fan that I can control with a remote. So I can turn this thing all the way up to max. Well, hold on. There we go. So I'm maxed out and I'm feeling a good 20 plus mile an hour breeze, maybe 30 plus. And I can dial it down when the effort is not so intense. I also have the Wahoo headwind too. So if you find yourself having some trouble staying cool enough, you can get multiple fans in on the action. And the nice thing about the Wahoo is it's variable speed. So it'll automatically detect heart rate or speed and ramp up the wind velocity accordingly. So I have both of those. Something to think about. All right, we are getting down to the last few kilometers here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Is it going to be a power up? Nope. We're dinosaurs again. Okay. I was hoping for a different character this time. I was hoping for a Transformer robot. I think that was one of the characters for Halloween a few years back. There was a couple different ones that you could choose from. I chose the Ninja Transformer. I'm pretty sure this is not confirmed, and of course Zwift reserves the right to change the rules every single time, but I'm pretty sure that once the event is over, so does the double XP. you'd be better off jumping into the next event and doing whatever portion of it you feel like doing to get the double XP, is how I would recommend it. I think they don't continue it afterwards. Otherwise, that truly would be unlimited double XP, right? Whew. I didn't even bring a water bottle with me today. I thought this would be so super easy. I wasn't even going to have to touch the Gatorade. Uh-oh. My fat dinosaur behind is about ready to get dropped here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Hey, wait. Okay. All I did was turn it off. We didn't get any bonus for that. And I am still in danger of getting dropped here. It would be terrible if I got dropped right at the end. Come on. There we go. All right. Again, more effort than I wanted to do today, but oh well. Pray the Lord will just add to my fitness rather than take away from it. There is such a thing as overtraining, and I have experienced that multiple times in my life. So I have been more discerning about my body's needs, exercise-wise, and what it can tolerate before it becomes not a good thing anymore, you know? And as you get older, that threshold beyond which it becomes unhealthy definitely moves. Makes sense, right? You can't imagine an 80-year-old, right, doing 3 watts a kilo for 30 minutes. So, all right, we just got more points. All right, well, I think most everybody thought that was the end, because our little group has kind of broken up. The guys up front and the ladies up front did a little, I think, mini sprint, not realizing we still have almost 2 kilometers to go. But we are wrapping up around 30 minutes. Well, that's excellent. So you have a great watts per kilo for your FTP, and that also makes you really suitable for some climbing races. Gosh, man, a good watts per kilo and good sprint. 1,000 watts. What is that? That's got to be probably like 17 watts a kilo or more when you're sprinting. What's your sprinting watts per kilo? I'm curious. All right, here we go. The last bonus before the end. And there we go. The arrow. All right, we'll let that person use up their arrow first. I think my best watts per kilo in my sprint was about 16 point something peak. I was able at one point to hit 1,300 watts with a 5-second watts of like maybe 1250, something like that. 1210, I think, was my best 5-second power. I don't know, it might still be in my Zwift profile here. I think I did it in Zwift, actually, of all places. Here we go. I'll go ahead and be the next one. Since these are double, this is going to last about 30 seconds. So it's probably going to end up almost finishing us out here, my boost. But 14.5 is a pretty good for where you're at. That is definitely a contender, especially if that's at least a 5-second power, you know? Absolutely. And there we go. I am done. I am expended. No more power-ups. In fact, I might just coast on in, because I have to jump off the bike pretty quick after this. Let's see, 8:37 here on the East Coast. So yeah, I'm going to probably be jumping off the bike here rather rapidly at the end of this event so I can move on. Alright guys, hey, I appreciate you 007 joining in the chat today. Those of you who are watching after the fact, have a great stage 1 in Zwift. Get on out there and get that double XP. Well, until the next live stream, which will probably come up within, I'm thinking within about a week, depending on how these stages are timed. So we'll catch you on the next live stream, folks. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful Sunday, wherever you're at in the world. And as always, finish strong.